Damn, how does Ryan Gosling look so good and so sexy at this age? Jesus Christ. And so charming at the same time. Well, let's review The Fall Guy. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Buddies and Blockbuster. As you know, I'm your host, AJ, and I have Bob with me because apparently he likes Ryan Gosling too.
Before we start, stop. Before we start the review,
Yeah.
I've seen
Mm.
this jacket. Did you again buy this jacket?
No, I didn't buy it because I know I'm crazy, but still, Ryan in the movie wears something similar. So I just wanted to give a tribute to him and this movie. So I just thought of wearing this. But really like the Fall Guy jacket that he has with the black and yellow. I did order that. I spend money for that piece because it looks good. But thanks for noticing, Bob. Appreciate it. Hopefully everybody else notices. Guys, in terms of this movie, I think I was kind of expecting it. I didn't know much about the backstory. I do know there was a series back in the day. No much information about it, just don't kill me. But it was kind of picking up from that piece. A Ryan Gosling fan. I was looking forward to it. The movie itself is a tribute to the stunt family. Everybody from the stunt double to the whole stunt unit, giving them a soul tribute about all the people who's actually the true heroes. You might think that it's your actual heroes going through a brick wall, going through the mirror, going through all these cars and tumbling through all of those components. It's not for the most part. I know we have folks like Tom Cruise who's crazy who does their own stunts, but majority of them have a stunt double. So this movie basically gives a tip of the hat to all of them. And I think the director has done a great job of kind of showcasing that piece, David Leitch. The movie itself is kind of a roller coaster ride of showcasing how the stunting community works, as well as a rom-com in a way in between, but also a mission to find out what's going on a kind of mystery. I'm not going to spoil what's happening in the background. We have three plot lines going through, and the flow of it makes sense since Ryan Gosling is the stunt double. He's the fall guy. Nobody gives a crap about him, and he kind of needs to go through all these bricks and walls to get through it physically and mentally. I think that's the essence of the movie. In terms of the lead role, Ryan Gosling, he has the most screen time. It just makes it a lot more sense because his charm, his dialogue delivery is something that I love. It just works. Like he's a guy who can play anything and sells you on it, and you root for the guy. And that's something that I really like, and that's showcased and portrayed in the best way possible. There is a good chemistry and bond going on between Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling. There's a lot of ups and downs. I like the fact that they showcase those pieces, and you root for the couple at the end because at some point you might feel like, okay, they might just break up and there's nothing going to happen. But in terms of the action scenes, because this is a tribute to the stunt unit and all the stunt doubles and all the stunts across, it's beautifully portrayed as well. Whether it's a bunch of cars tumbling, rolling over a billion times, or the action scenes on the street, fight scenes, I feel that was done perfectly well. Director's point was to basically show the essence of what it takes to recreate all these scenes in the background, and you get this feel of, okay, this is how it takes place and how a stunt double switches with the actual actor, right? Aside from that, I think what I believe, and this is just my opinion, if this movie would have come out in like the late 90s or maybe the 2000s, would have done a much better job. It would have clicked because now with CGI and all the other enhancements that we have in the industry, effect of this kind of movie would not be as significant as how it was before, right? Because back in the day, it was stunt double after stunt double, and I think it would have made a lot more sense then. Not a knock at the movie itself. I mean, I think it's just about the timing. The one piece that I kind of thought about this movie is the length. To me, this movie would have been perfectly fine if it was 90 minutes, but this is kind of a bit over 2 hours. There is a last climax scene which is filled with a bunch of comedies and action sequences, and it's worth to watch that piece, but there's a lot of opportunities left in the editing room that could have got cut out. 90 minutes would have been a perfect spot to have this movie wrapped up. Sitting through this piece was a bit laggy, but aside from that, I think Ryan Gosling does his Ryan Gosling thing, being the charming guy, being the guy who actually takes it on board and sells us the valuable essence of this is what it takes to be a stunt double. I really liked that whole scenario, and of course, he looks amazing. with the golden locks and all this outfits and stuff. That's a pleasure to watch. Now, is this worth going to the theater? Maybe if you want to experience those action sequences, yes. But you can also wait for it to come in the streaming platform. So it's a good time, and I liked it because of those two components. I feel I would go around the 3.5 range with this movie. So Bob, what do you think? What do you think about Fall Guy?
I agree with you. Like whatever you said is perfectly the right review. Mainly the tribute for the side of the camera. Exactly like what happens, how difficult it is, like the stuntmans and the cameraman, director, the light man, everybody. Like, so they have taken only the stuntman part as well as the director part, and they have showcased like how they can show it and that they have done it. Overall, it's okay movie, but I would not say that it was so great. That I mean, we have to watch it in the theaters. I mean, if you want to experience the action and other stuffs, yes, but I would suggest it is like one time watchable. Overall, it was fine. For me, I don't think I give 3.5. According to me, it's like 2.75 because the story is very predictable. So you can guess it. The movie starts and it keeps going on. Like you can guess like the each and every twist and turns. There was nothing new in that. As you mentioned, yeah, if it was in the 90s something, yeah, it would have been the best movie of the year.
And I wanted to mention, I really like the background score that they had. Whenever Ryan Gosling is there, song from Kiss, "I Was Made for Loving You." That was good. It matches what was going on in those scenes, so I just like that. Aside from that, guys, I hope you loved our review. Be sure to always like, share, and subscribe.